Welcome to How to Become a Successful Email Copywriter. I'm Tyler Ryan.
And I'm Sam Robson.
You like that little camera switch there? So this course, as the title suggests, is all about how to become a successful email copywriter. And it represents everything that Sam and I have learned over the course of many years of working as a copywriter, funnel builder, and other things in between. So the way this course is laid out is it's broken up into 4 sections. First section is the theory section. This is all of the concepts behind effective email copy. So here we're not talking yet about how to write email copy. We're talking about the concepts behind what makes for good email copy. Section 2 is the implementation section. This is where we're actually going to dive into how to write email copy itself. This is where you're going to learn email formulas, you're going to get templates, we're going to go through a bunch of examples. This is where you're really going to see how to go about writing good email copy. Then part 3 is the research section. This is something that almost all copywriters initially undervalue, but in reality, it is the foundation of effective email copy. If you don't do your research, you're shooting yourself and your clients in the foot. Part 4 is the marketing section. So Sam has this saying that I absolutely love, which is, in order to be an effective copywriter, you need to be an expert marketer that specializes in copywriting, or in this case, email copywriting. And this is so true, because the reality is that if you want to really do a good job of delivering email copy, the more you understand about the bigger picture, the more you can see how your copy fits into everything else going on in the business, the better it's going to serve you and the better you're going to be able to serve your clients. So with all that being said, this course is really about showing you not just how to write good email copy, but also how to really function as an effective email copywriter. And that means understanding not just what makes for good copy, but understanding how to architect effective email sequences, how to figure out what the promotional calendar should look like for a client that you're working with. It means understanding marketing principles and our marketing framework. It means understanding how to walk through client conversations in an effective way that's going to serve you and the client. There we have something called our 3 levels conversation, which has absolutely changed the way Sam and I handle client interactions. So before you get into the course, we just want to tell you a little bit about our background so you know what we've been through and where we're coming from. So Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, so I specialize in copywriting for primarily health and fitness companies, specifically supplement companies within that now. I got my start as an email copywriter. I worked exclusively as an email copywriter for over a year. Working with multi-7-figure health and fitness companies. I actively turned down a lot of long-form sales copy jobs because I had a goal of becoming the best email copywriter I could be, and I focused exclusively on email copy. Today, I've written email copy for 7, 8, and multi-9-figure businesses, primarily in the health and fitness space. I've branched out into other forms of copy. So in addition to email copy, I write long form sales copy and complete sales funnels end to end, including emails. But I got my start and had my foundation as a marketer through email copy.
So I actually got my start doing funnel building. I come from a technical background. I used to be a NASA software engineer, believe it or not, and made the transition into the world of marketing because I was just really fascinated by it and wanted to become an entrepreneur. So I got started taking my technical expertise and using it to build out funnels for people. And over the course of a couple of years, I ended up expanding and branching out into also really deeply understanding copywriting because it was an essential part of the funnels that I was building. And Sam and I have known each other for basically as long as we've been entrepreneurs. We've become incredible friends. And we actually now have a coaching program where we focus on helping people with their copywriting and their funnels. So that means that we're not only helping people write better copy, but also understand how that copy fits into the bigger picture and contributes to the overall marketing going on with their clients' businesses. So between the two of us, we have a lot of experience both on the copywriting side and on the marketing side. So as you go through the program, you'll see that we bring these two different perspectives to the table. And you'll also see the recurring theme of how much the bigger picture really matters when it comes to email copywriting. It truly is essential. Okay, so as you progress through the course, here's how we recommend that you consume it. It's meant to be consumed both all at once and repeatedly. So what I mean by that is you could go through the course top to bottom, take a ton of notes, and get a really good understanding of the overall picture. And I actually highly recommend that you do that. So that means before you start practicing copy, before you do anything else, go through the entire thing end to end. Get familiar with all the concepts and all the principles so you understand the entire picture. Once you've done that, then I recommend that you go back and now start to look at it from the perspective of, I'm going to start implementing these things. So watch it one time all the way through, and then go through it the second time, get through the theory section, get into the implementation section. At the end of the implementation section, we have a lesson on a copywriting practice routine. Once you get there, I recommend that you take some time, get that practice routine down. Spend a good amount of time familiarizing yourself with theory, trying out all the different types of emails. Practice, look for different businesses that you want to try writing as. You'll see as you go through the material what I'm saying. So once you have a couple weeks of writing under your belt and practicing, then re-expose yourself to the research part, okay? This is going to take the practice that you had been doing and just amplify it like crazy. Because what you'll find in those first couple weeks is you're writing more based on what you already know and not really taking advantage of all that you could learn if you went through the research phase. So I think it's really valuable to see what it's like without having research backing your copy, then also having the research backing your copy. So then go through a couple weeks of research-backed copy. And as you go through, you'll start to really see how that plays such a big role into the copy that you're writing. And you'll really start to see significant growth in weeks 3 and 4. Okay? So once you're getting comfortable and you have a good practice routine, then go back and review the marketing section, part 4. Now you can take what you've been practicing and now try architecting entire sequences, which is one of the things that we talk about in the marketing section. That'll really take everything that you learned and put it into the bigger context and get you thinking about the marketing behind what you're doing. So as you're going through all this, you might start reaching out to potential clients. And you'll see that the copy that you're writing as part of your practice will actually serve as valuable assets for reaching out to potential clients, because you basically have samples and work that you've done in advance that you can share with them. Then you start getting onto calls with potential clients. Now you're going through the 3 levels conversation. Now you're walking them through the marketing framework, and you're bringing everything that you've learned together. So understand that this is definitely a process, and it will take a bit of time to get really comfortable with everything that we've talked about. But you can make a tremendous amount of progress in just a couple of months. By the time you're a couple months into this, I've seen it over and over again, and we've seen it with our copywriting coaching clients. In 2 months, you can be at the point where you're a really strong copywriter, especially if you take everything that we talk about in this course into account. You'll be able to really help out businesses that don't really know that much about email, or you'll be able to take existing businesses and enhance their email program. There's a lot of stuff in here. It's a lot of material. Definitely take a ton of notes. Don't be afraid to go through it maybe 3 times and refer back to things as needed, because this is really meant to be an all-inclusive guide to being an effective email copywriter, or as the title suggests, how to be a successful email copywriter. So we really hope you enjoy it. We hope you get a ton out of it. We truly put it together because we just wanted to help as many people as possible with their email copy, because it's just so incredible what good email copy can do and what a big impact that you can have as an email copywriter. So I hope you're excited to get started, and we'll see you in the videos.